Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the #1 show in the cryptocurrency space. My name is Jay Gagan. It's October 28th. Almost done with Sober October. Almost done with the month of October.
Yeah.
Pumptober. It hasn't been exactly what we thought it would be, right?
No, I checked the charts this morning. We're actually doing, first of all, before we even get started, make sure you like this, repost it. If you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, and share with a friend. But yeah, Pumptober, man, kind of disappointing. The markets were pretty green earlier, but then meme coins started to have a massive dip, with the exception of Dogecoin. Of course, we'll get into all that here in a second, but kind of disappointing so far.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we woke up to a $68,000 Bitcoin. We're still at a $68,000 Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
68,690, which is good for me. But I mean, at the end of the day, October hasn't been what we thought it would be. You know, we haven't, which I'm actually excited to see how we end the month, because it's all about how you end it, right?
True, yeah.
Same thing with the presidential elections. Like, polls are cool, but it's all about who wins at the end of the day. So we'll see on October 31st how cryptocurrency finishes up. But I don't think that we're going to be anywhere near the 20% that we were expecting. And heading into November, 40%, I think, is still on the table, right? Because if Donald Trump wins, which it's looking like he is, how crazy, we're only a week away. We're 7 days away from election.
There are polls saying that he may, there's like people and people talking in polls that saying that he might actually lead in the what is it?
Popular vote.
Popular vote, yeah. Crazy.
I think people have just woken up, but I want to talk about him a lot, because he had to, like, dude, whoever runs his campaign needs a raise.
Yeah.
I'm sure they already get paid fucking a whopping amount.
Yeah.
But I was just chilling last night watching his rally at Madison Square Garden.
Entertaining.
It starts off with Tony Hinchcliffe, who's one of my favorite comedians in the world.
Yeah.
I actually met him in Vegas, and he cracked the funniest line. He comes over because we're there early, right, for the fights.
Yeah.
And he's sitting with Joe Rogan, behind Joe Rogan. And we were like kind of up a little bit. I was like, yo, Tony. He's like, me? I was like, come over, bro. Comes over, take a picture with him. And my buddy's wearing like a bucket hat and like a Gucci shirt and shades inside. He's like, who the fuck is this guy? Did he just get off Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? Like, just like geeks, you know?
Yeah.
But anyways, he was cracking some wild jokes. And you have AOC and Tim Walz trying to like relate to the people. They're streaming, playing Madden on Twitch. And they got very offended because he called Puerto Rican an island that's essentially trash. He's like, there's a bunch of trash floating in the middle of the ocean. It's called Puerto Rico. But he was roasting people. I thought it was good. But how do you go from Tony Hinchcliffe to Vivek, to Tulsi Gabbard, to Tucker Carlson, to Hulk Hogan,
Dana White,
to Elon Musk, to Dana White, to Melania, to the Trump kids, to Donald Trump? I was like, holy shit, this dude really has like the most powerful people. It's so smart. It's something that's not really talked about. But like, I am a big Elon Musk fan, right?
Yeah.
And if I was undecided and I see Elon Musk, the richest person in the world, probably the most successful person in the world, right? You could probably say, right?
Yeah.
I mean, probably one of the most intelligent people in the world,
most successful,
coming out and speaking about and promoting and endorsing Donald Trump so heavily. I think that if I was undecided, I'd be like, oh, I like him. I know personally, my friend, he was going to vote for RFK. He knew that his vote didn't matter, but he was like, I am dead set on voting for RFK. I like this guy a lot. Since RFK's endorsement, he is now voting for Donald Trump. He lives in California. There's probably a lot of people. Same with Tulsi. Tulsi has a big crowd. Same with Vivek, right?
Yeah.
So even Hulk Hogan, even Dana White. I mean, Dana White, like, he has never come out this publicly to endorse a candidate. So I think that the fact that he has this team, which we can call them the Avengers, I think that is probably what's going to win the election. And we also have to talk about the Joe Rogan podcast that came out over the weekend.
Yeah. And you know that actually Kamala went on a podcast with Shannon Sharp called Club Shay.
When?
It's last night. It actually aired. I heard a little bit of it. So much pandering, not a real sit down conversation. It just seems so scripted, right? But that's going to come out. That'll probably be big because he has a pretty big podcast. But what you were saying is that, there's not a lot of undecided voters, I think, right now. I think a lot of people have chosen their side. But remember, in 2016, a lot of the swing states across all of them, I think it's about 100,000 votes, was the difference.
Yeah.
So you have to understand that there are some people out there still that just don't know who they're voting for yet, or want to see who the best candidate is, and it looks like Trump is coming out on top. And when you see all these different people like Tulsi Gabbard, now becoming a Republican, it just goes to show you how far the left has gone and how much it's turning people off and how desperate they really are in the media. Because we'll go through a storyline a little later after after the market stuff, and you'll see the crazy hit pieces and how they're trying to spin this success, right? Because it was a big success last night, into something that's bad. So it's crazy.
Yeah, it is wild. I mean, lifelong liberals, right? Elon Musk, Tulsi Gabbard, RFK, all endorsing Donald Trump. So, like we said, we'll get into that in a bit, guys. If you are just joining us, make sure to hit that like button, hit that retweet. The boys go live every single Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think we're ready to get into the cryptocurrency markets. Still up. I mean, still up 1.5% of the day. So we're at a $2.3 trillion market cap. Bitcoin, 68,633. ETH still holding around $2,500. BNB is around 600. Solana, probably one of the best performers. Actually, look, that's why I like to go through these, because we can really see on a day-to-day basis what's changing. Solana up to $173, up 6% of the week. XRP down 5% of the week to a 51-cent XRP. Dogecoin actually up significantly. So Dogecoin has moved completely separate with the markets. If you can see here, guys. So this is the hourly, if you're watching us online, hourly, daily, and weekly. Dogecoin's up 7% on the day. Anything to do with Elon Musk and how he was speaking at the conference last night with Doge?
Absolutely. 1,000%. Elon Musk is the Doge father. I forgot the acronym is Doge, what they want to bring with
Department of Government Efficiency.
That's crazy. And you know what's funny? That no one catches that except the meme coin guys. What a wacky world.
I think he made it, because
he did.
He came on Trump came on his space, which was the biggest space, I think, in history. And he's like, we would love to have you on board for government efficiency. And Elon, of course, just like, Department of Government Efficiency, Doge. He said that he could cut $2 trillion in spending last night. $2 trillion in just for the government. That's insane.
Well, what we've noticed is that our government's been absolutely breaking bread, putting our country more and more into debt. And like I mentioned before, we're going to spend more money on interest, paying back interest to ourselves than like the national defense budget, which is absolutely insane.
Right. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to get tariffs. We're going to bring tariffs, Joe, because tariffs have worked great. Tariffs have worked great before World War I. Tariffs are the answer. So we're going to bring back tariffs. Okay. So back to the news. We have, we just went through Doge. Tron, 16-cent Tron, up 3% of the week. Tron's doing pretty well. Toncoin falling down a little bit. Toncoin has now fallen below a $5 Ton, still in the top 10. Cardano, 33 cents. Avalanche, $25, still looking strong. Shiba Inu, still above a $10 billion market cap. Chainlink is below $11. Polkadot, almost down below $4. Maybe my fudding has been working. I'm still holding, by the way. Sui is a number 21 cryptocurrency project. There is one token that has fallen quite a bit in the past 24 hours, in the past week, and that is Pepe. Pepe now below a $4 billion market cap. $3.6 billion market cap. We have some news to cover when it comes to Pepe as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to pull up my screen real quick because it explains the whole Pepe dip.
Let's do it.
And it says that if you want to pull it up, Brendan. So Pepe coin whale dumps over $1 trillion, 1 trillion Pepe tokens to Binance, further crash ahead. So this is one person, but remember, whales kind of manipulate our emotions in the space. Who knows why this person sold? Maybe they thought it was a good opportunity to cash out. That's what whales do. And we saw with Ethereum, Ethereum over the last year or so, we had one whale in particular that's been selling off a lot of their Ethereum. But yeah, so Pepe is getting hit pretty hard right now. And I wonder if that number 3 top meme coin spot, which we'll get to here in a second, is up for grabs now, because we've seen a lot of Solana senders, Doge is doing very well. The other meme coins are doing kind of all right, but yeah, Pepe taking a massive dip right now. And Pepe really did make meme coins great again, but I think this is temporary. This could create a good opportunity to buy, in my opinion, one of the most bullish meme coins in the space. But yeah, so Pepe taking a little bit of a dump today because one person sold.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy. Who was the person? Is it a whale? Is it a developer?
I mean, 1 trillion tokens whale. I mean, who knows? Remember, we had that huge.
We got 1,500 viewers. Oh, we're
Switch
back.
the camera. And we're back. Roddy's doing push-up, guys. Hopefully you did your push-ups. Sorry about that. We don't know why it happens, but it happens every time. But yeah, very interesting what's going on with Pepe.
Yeah.
We shall see if it becomes a top cryptocurrency project in the world. Rodney's back. Let's get back into the meme coin news here, because we just went through one meme coin. So actually we went through 2. So Dogecoin pumping on the day. Shiba Inu pumping. Could we see with Flip Pepe? It's happened before.
Yeah.
We have seen with Flip Pepe again. Let's see how much FUD comes. But yeah, I know that we're going to get into that news article like we said. Here it is. Pepe whale dumps 1 trillion tokens on Binance. And a massive Pepe whale offloaded over 1 trillion tokens to Binance earlier today. Price dipped roughly 2% intraday. I mean, I don't think it should affect the price at all. I mean, it's a whale who got in early, selling his tokens. It should be applauded. This guy just made a lot of money. How much is 1 trillion tokens worth?
A lot. I don't know, but it's a lot. I mean, you can do the quick math here. I went to public school, so I don't know, but it's a lot. And like we said before, some people will see this as like, you know, oh, he's selling. What does he know? Sometimes people just want to cash out. Sometimes people want to make life-changing games. I mean, it's a miracle to make money in meme coins in the first place. So I'm not mad.
Yeah, I mean, it should be celebrated. I mean, as long as it's not the devs, we know that the Pepe devs have a liking to just dumping tokens on our head. But it looks like a whale offloaded 1 trillion tokens. Much to do about nothing. I know I reported it here on X, but like I said, much to do about nothing. Who cares at the end of the day? The guy's making money. Should he have done it slowly over the course of a week or a course of 10 days, 100 billion tokens a day? Probably, but at the end of the day, I don't ever sell shame anyone.
Yeah.
To get to your bag. That's the only reason that people are in crypto is to make money, right? I mean, you're not investing because oh, I love the tech. I love Ethereum's technology.
Yeah.
I never want to make any money on Ethereum. It's like people are here to make money. The guy got into Pepe early. It was a fucking back in 2023. He probably bought in when no one was buying it. Probably put a lot of money in. He made a lot of money. It should be. I clap for this guy, whoever you are. I hope you're watching. Good job, guy. Good job.
Yeah, congratulations. And I think a lot of people get mad when people sell meme coins. Because they didn't sell first. Put yourself in their shoes. Like if you made life-changing money on any meme coin and you want to take all your profits all at once, you do you, right? It's your money. Do what you want.
Do what you want to do, ladies and gentlemen. Congrats to that guy. Back to the meme coin space. So Dog with Hat, $2.3 billion market cap. We did see a $2.9 billion Dog with Hat last week. Bonk, $1.5 billion. It says Bonk's down 10% on the week, but I don't really remember Bonk being too much higher. Does anybody in the chat? I think it was around, I mean, maybe it got close to 2 billion.
Yeah.
Popcat, look at that competition. 52, 53, Popcat up to a 1.4 billion.
Wow.
Popcat is once again flipped Floki. We now have 6 meme coins in the top 60, which is impressive. We now have 8 meme coins in the top 80, which is very, very impressive. We have Bread on Base at a 918 million. We have Mew at a 831 million. How about Notcoin to 697 million? And Mog is dipping. Oh my God, this is a blessing.
Here it is.
This is actually a blessing, guys. I hope I say this like if you guys have watched my content, you know I love Mogcoin. I say this with all the love in the world, but I hope that Mogcoin keeps dipping. I really do. I think that Mogcoin is going to be a huge winner, and it's almost time for me to load up on Mog again.
Yeah.
I got in around a $20 million market cap, and even me buying at a 600, I would love to see it in the 500s. If it goes to the 500s, Rodney, it's a buy signal for me, not for you guys. I don't tell you what you guys to do. I'm long on Mog, but Mog 660 million. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Am I fucked up for saying that? I love it.
No, I mean, that's the same thing I see with Pepe. It's like, you know, you have favorite tokens or favorite cryptos in general that take a massive dip. It's like, well, maybe I should pick up some more. But we know that's not the case. That's why that article's so big. That's why everybody's talking about it, is the fact that, oh, one guy sold, the sky is falling, everybody else get out before everybody else sells. You know, whales can really, you know, manipulate your emotions. But I see it as an opportunity to buy my favorite memes.
Absolutely. And more Solana meme coins are absolutely ripping. So Ponky holding strong, 250 million. SPX is up to an 831 million. Turbo holding strong above a $584 million market cap. GigaChad 514. Apu, ever since our homie Murad talked about it, Apu and Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 Inu have been absolutely ripping. Mudang, which is up 100. Holy shit.
Yeah.
146%
is right, yeah.
on the week. I mean, like imagine on last Monday, if we just would have put $10,000 in, you'd be up 140% on the week, which is insane. The Trump token, I believe this is off. I think it's over a $250 million market cap. Ooh, we might have some competition here for Tron, Rodney. I haven't checked out Bull in a while, but Sundog is now down to 150 million, below 150 million.
Yeah.
If Bull is anywhere near where it was, can you check out what Bull is?
Yeah, I'll check it out right now. I believe it's still around 80 to 90
Then we have some competition here for Bull. And Nero on Ethereum went from like a $60 million market cap to like a $105 million market cap yesterday. Obviously, there's some anticipation for Doge Day, which is taking place on November 2nd. The Nero dev said, if you don't, I don't want to quote him correctly, but he said something along the lines of, if you aren't exposed to Nero, I feel bad for you before Dogecoin Day. So not sure what he's planning. I mean, could it be some exchanges? Could it be some partnerships? Could it be something with Nero in Japan? Only time will tell, guys. We have 2,000 people in here already. If you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure to retweet this, guys. The boys do this every single Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the markets are looking good. Thank you for all the donations. Kit Kat says, MSI Army, when we see you on ticker trending. Coach Cam, MSI sponsoring you for your fight. Holy shit, look at your face. Who punched you?
Oh, yeah.
Saturday, nice bar. Yes, MSI actually announced. So it was funny. It was announced on Tapology for a day, but I didn't announce it on my own personal because I knew there was some stuff happening in the background. And then the day later, it was canceled. So if you see it on Tapology, my opponent pulled out. We're looking for another opponent, but right now it's not looking like November 9th is happening. A couple opportunities for the following week. If not, we're thinking early December for the next one. So
Let's go.
it's just the shoot, the placement that I'm in for my next fight. It is what it is when you're at the stage as a pro fighter. We're kind of just borderline getting into the major promotions, and then people want to try to hold on to their nice, pretty records, and I'm over here trying to break them. So
Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Yes, MSI Army. Thank you guys for sponsoring me. TickerTrending.com. Go check it out. And they definitely want to see Jake and Rodney on TickerTrending.
Let's go.
Let's go. We love
it.
that. Get us up there. Shout out to all the donations. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We have one community that's in here strong. And if you guys come in this community and raid, if you come in the stream and raid, we will check you out. So Chan is on the list. We'll check out Chan because you guys are in here raiding. We raid until Jake and Rodney buys Chan. Well, first off, we'll look it up. Chan is on the list. We will check out Chan. Rodney, let's pop into some of the breaking news that's happening in the crypto space today.
Yeah, absolutely. I do want to pop into one thing here real quick. And it was a statement by '𝗓𝗧 that it was interesting and made me think a little bit. The meme coin super cycle will be the altcoin season everyone is waiting for. What do you think about that?
I agree. But I also think that altcoins will run.
run
I don't see a world, although I've been surprised so far.
Yeah,
I didn't expect spot ETFs to go live for Bitcoin and Ethereum.
No.
I didn't expect October to not be as bullish as possible. I didn't expect Donald Trump to speak at the Bitcoin conference. So
Wild, yeah.
everything is off the table for this cycle, really. I mean, I really am even considering, if you asked me in 2021, I mean, we've went over this many times, but the actual 4-year cycle followed the cycle to a T, to the exact same date, right? From the highest highs to the lowest lows, exactly the same dates. I think it was like 1,064 days and 364 days, whatever it was, exactly the date of previous cycles. This time, Rodney, I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
I'm saying October 5th is when it should be. It should be the highest of the highs. The top should be October 5th of 2025. I don't know if that's true anymore. So
yeah, who knows?
Everything is off the table. Potentially altcoins don't run, but I just don't. I don't see that happening.
Or maybe they don't run to like their potential. What I noticed about some altcoins that were around in 2017, because that was 2 super cycles ago, or 2 cycles ago, you could say, like XRP or Litecoin or Bitcoin Cash. What I noticed is that they hit all-time highs in 2017, and even though they hit good numbers in 2021, they didn't reach their all-time highs. So I wonder if we're not going to have the same. They'll pump again, but maybe they won't do these insane numbers again. And maybe meme coins, and maybe just Bitcoin and meme coins, and maybe some layer ones will be like the, I don't know, premier part of cryptocurrency. Maybe like the most exciting part of cryptocurrency. I thought it was something to think about. I sat with that for a little bit, and I was like, wow, that's an interesting statement. But here's a topic that Jake and I disagree on, because I think everything's in play. I think that Solana could flip Ethereum in a world. I think it can happen. I don't know if it will, but I think it's possible.
Yeah, I'm bullish on Solana. It's one of my largest holdings. I love it. But I do think that Ethereum is the top dog, will always be the top dog. I don't want to say always, but I think Ethereum will be the top dog for a long time. I mean, so many people love Vitalik. So many people are comfortable in the Ethereum blockchain. So many exchanges and different decentralized exchanges have adopted Ethereum. Look, I love Solana. I think it's a great token. It's a great layer 1 blockchain. It's a great competitor to Ethereum, and I'm sure it's made Ethereum level up the game. But I don't see a world this cycle or next cycle where Solana flips Ethereum.
I think it's definitely possible. I think that Ethereum really relies on layer 2s to make it more scalable, faster, and those sorts of things. And even though Solana has historically had outages, I think that it's wide open, especially with the rise of meme coins. And if you want to get into this next article here, there it is. Yeah, you're quick with it, damn. Solana flips Ethereum in daily fees, surpasses 2.5 million in 24 hours. Now, here's the thing. In the grand scheme of things, it's not even close, okay? But we're talking about the last 24 hours here. So Solana's surging fees are correlated with growing trading activity on the network's leading decentralized exchange, Raydium. Interesting. Which I'm gonna say right here, I like Uniswap way better than Raydium. Raydium's ass, in my opinion. Solana has surpassed Ethereum in daily network fee generation, indicating growing user activity on the world's 3rd largest blockchain. So Solana has generated over $2.5 million worth of fees during the past 24 hours, surpassing Ethereum's $2 million on October 28th. So making Solana the 5th largest fee generating protocol in the crypto space, according to DeFi Llama, right? So Solana's soaring fees are correlated with growing trading activity on its leading decentralized exchange, Raydium, which generated over $3.41 million worth of fees on Solana in the last 24 hours, right? So Solana is often referred as the Ethereum killer for its monolithic scaling approach, which aims to enhance transaction through the reduced fees transaction throughput and reduce fees without relying on layer 2 blockchains. But check this out though. I think this is this is pretty much the entire article. Ethereum nears 135 million in 30-day fees, leading Solana. So despite Solana's recent growth, its transaction fees still fall short of Ethereum's over a long time frame. So looking at the past 30 days, Ethereum generated $134 million in transaction fees. And if you look at the little count right here, and you can see this on DeFi Llama, you have Tether, Circle, which they're stable coins. We can count them, but we don't want to count them, right? Ethereum, Tron, and Solana. So even Tron is beating out Solana when you look at the larger time frames. But hey, man, that was a big narrative in 2021. It may come back.
Yeah, it could. I mean, there's really a high possibility. I just don't see it happening this cycle. I think that Ethereum is the king of blockchains. I think that Ethereum is the king of meme coins. I think that if anything, BNB is going to make a comeback. I don't know why it hasn't. We've seen some tokens launch there, especially with CZ back. Obviously, he doesn't have too much to do with BNB and BSC nowadays, but I could see BNB making a comeback and the Binance Smart Chain for meme coins this cycle. I mean, it was the place to go back in 2021.
Yeah, I remember SafeMoon was like the big, token on BNB. Obviously, Binance is a centralized exchange first and like a network, you could say second, I guess. They own a lot of things. I think they actually own CoinMarketCap. I think Trust Wallet. No, I think they got rid of Trust Wallet, but they're everywhere in the space. But what we did talk about last stream is that their market share is kind of decreasing, when it comes to like trading volume on centralized exchanges. So it's interesting. It's an interesting narrative. I hope there's some more BNB tokens. No one really cares about BNB right now. So it's all about Solana. And if you pull up my screen here one more time. So DGen meme coin trading drives 47% of Solana's monthly fees. And a lot of this is coming from Pump Fund, right? The Launchpad Pump Fund. That's interesting. And obviously it's with the rise of meme coins. Solana's really leaning into the whole meme coin culture. I think that if you tone back the meme coin craze, I think that it wouldn't even be close in competition when it comes to Ethereum and Solana. Yeah,
we shall see. I mean, look, BNB is 80. If you were to tell me, will Solana flip BNB? I would say, yeah, there's a huge chance of that. Right now, BNB is trading at 86 billion, Solana 81 billion. But I mean, what is this? A 4x? Solana needs to around 4x, 3.5x to flip Ethereum. I don't know if it's going to happen. Possibility, yes. Will it happen? I don't know. We have DOGK in the chat. Shout out to Dino.
Dagnite.
DOGK, the first dog on Caspa. I like first movers on chains, right? I mean, we have realized one thing, that dogs will always be the top dog. Now, cats are taking over. Cats are taking over here in October of 2024. Not many people saw that coming. But dogs are always going to be a first mover. And right now, in pretty much every chain, a dog is the top animal. Caspa, newer blockchain, only launched in 2022. DOGK, it is a really, really great animator, right? Good branding for this dog. Billboards everywhere. Experienced team. Over 200 micro influencers talking about it on a daily basis. I mean, it's a little bit more difficult to buy. You can't just use Uniswap or Phantom. You have to buy it on LBank or the Caspa bot, the Telegram bot. But DOGK, I mean, looking very, very strong. $22 million market cap today.
Yeah, this team has absolutely been cooking. And that's what I like about the DOGK Dagnite Dog team, is that everyone's bought in. It seems like everyone that's supporting this project is bought in. The animation's great. The memes are great. They're doing billboards and centralized exchanges. And I know that may seem weird to some people, but with meme coins, that's all there really is to it. There's no groundbreaking technology that's going to change the space. There's no promise of anything. It's just a funny meme that people can resonate with. And with Caspa growing in popularity, it's only right that in a cycle where meme coins are like the most fun part of cryptocurrency, that we have some kind of meme coin action on Caspa. And I think there's only about 10 to 15 meme coins right now on Caspa, and only a few that really matter. And Dagnite Dog is going to be one of those. And yeah, I mean, say what you want about cats, but Daddy Dogecoin is leading the space for a reason.
Absolutely. We got G in the house. Shout out to G. GM. Good morning, G. How you doing? Good morning. Rodney, quick update. Sober October, 28 days strong. 28 days. So 4 Sundays in a row, no alcohol. 4 weeks, no alcohol. I mean, dude, I feel great. I mean, I really do. I mean, like I said many times, like, let's just say we were to have a couple cocktails on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. On Monday, I'm a little bit slower in the boxing. Coach Cam, how was the boxing looking today?
It was good. He was looking sharp. The foundation is kind of like
forming.
Yeah, it's forming. So when we're hitting the pads now, we're able to get a good flow going where I don't have to correct him every 2 seconds and stop the flow. Like, we're able to get a good amount of rounds in without too many just critical, hey, make sure this happens. I'm just like, quick little tips. He's flowing. The power is starting to really come together now. So yeah, everything's looking good so far for Jake.
We're getting there. One day at a time.
I'm not surprised.
So I said this. I said sober October. Doe says sober October was good. I tweeted this last night, Ronnie. I said, sober October has been life-changing, which it really has.
Yeah.
But I will not be participating in No Nut November. No science to back that this is healthy or beneficial. Are we stopping the nuts in November? Or what are we doing?
Not. I'm nutting every day in November. No, but like there's like a whole like community called NoFap out there. I think it's just whatever. I think if you have a porn addiction, then yeah. But yeah, I mean the whole NoFap No Nut November is crazy. I would make it like I said before, I'd make it 3 or 4 days before I start looking at like inanimate objects and being like, damn, that looks kind of thick.
I'm going to Japan. They got those new room massages. I don't know. Nah, I won't be partaking in those this weekend. But I think I'm going to do no shave November.
Yeah.
You know, grow the beard out. Yeah. I mean, one month of a beard, it can't hurt you. And I might, because dude, the Japan flight is so long and the timing's so perfect. I might do no caffeine November.
Yeah.
Starting on like November 7th, whenever I get back from Japan. Yeah. We'll see. I've literally drank caffeine every day since 2017, religiously, multiple shots of espresso per day. I think my body's probably just so fucking used to it. But we should do another challenge, man. It was good. It's been good for us.
Yeah, I think I've had one craving for alcohol one time, and that's it. I mean, really, and that's usually me with alcohol, anyways. But you know, like in social, what I've noticed is that we've been kind of staying in on Friday, Saturday nights. We've been doing like wholesome things. You know,
it's nice, man.
Hanging out.
I enjoy it, but yeah, I realized. I mean, where did we go? We went to Hollow Screen, which is like an event. We probably would have crushed 6 or 7 margs just
for sure. Busch Gardens.
We went to a hockey game, NHL game. Probably would have crushed 6 or 7 margs for the fun of it. And yeah, I think I'm going to keep the no alcohol going into November. How about you?
I think so too. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not taking off in November. Fine. You know, for the rest of my life, no, because I do like to have a drink every now and then. But what I have noticed is it's like I ask myself like, why do I need this? Like I've gone out to eat a few times. And, you know, usually you get the drink menu, you get the wine menu and those sorts of things. And it's kind of nice not having to think about that. And it's kind of nice not, you know, have to do designated drivers, bro. I've been driving everywhere, you know? So yeah, I'm cool with not drinking alcohol. I'm going to have it in the future, but you know, it's something that I like to have with a few meals, but definitely something that I don't need.
I like that. Pull this up right here. This is Elon Musk live from the rally last night. He went on, he let out a fucking massive roar. And he posted this on Twitter. Elon and the Dogecoin dog. The guy is going all in, absolutely all in. But here's Elon Musk with the Doge dog. Looks pretty similar. But this guy's a fucking Chad, dude. Elon is a Chad. I mean, he doesn't fear anything, you know. And he's even publicly said, like, "Yo, I will probably get locked up for how hard that I've been endorsing Donald Trump over the past years, but over the past 6 months, I guess." But yeah, I mean, dude, Elon going hard. What a rally, though. Do you think him having those vendors is going to be crucial? And how about that Joe Rogan interview? One of the most viewed episodes ever. Have you listened to the Joe Rogan podcast with Donald Trump?
I watched a lot of it, but I watched some recaps because it's kind of long and we were a little busy. But I mean, here's the thing. I think that a lot of people, first of all, Donald Trump's memory is insane. If you don't think he's a sharp man, he is extremely sharp. He goes off on tangents, but he always finds a way to get back to the question. That's what I noticed. Very relatable. It was a sit-down conversation. He didn't try to dominate the conversation too much. Joe Rogan was definitely curious. He, you know, talked to him about a few different things, but it wasn't like a interrogation. And what I got from that interview is that, and it was a big deal. It was really good because it made it more personable, and that's what we like about our politicians these days. It seems like that's what people are resonating with, like people that talk to you like a regular person. It was really good. It was very, very good.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I listened to it like 6 times, I think, because I fall asleep to Joe Rogan. But yeah, I mean, he definitely. That's what we want. That's what we've been saying forever. We just want a politician that could sit down like this, you know?
Yeah.
Shooting shit with the boys, talking about whatever. Like we have no questions planned for each other. We literally just come in here, we talk. We have like certain things that we want to cover, like the cryptocurrency markets and news. I think Joe Rogan had a couple questions because he started off with what was it like on your first day in the White House? And Trump really didn't have like a good answer for that, you know?
Yeah.
But they talked about the assassination attempt. They talked about opening up the JFK files. They talked about UFC quite a bit. Like Trump was actually interviewing Joe for quite some time, and he went 3 hours. He went 3 hours without taking a break, which is impressive because I do 1 hour on this, and I usually get up and piss 1 hour in.
Yeah.
He didn't even drink water. There was a water bottle on the table the whole time. Didn't have a sip of the water.
He's a robot.
And then
it's got to be a robot.
The last Joe Rogan did an episode, like a fight companion, the day after, and he's like, "Yeah, Trump didn't pee when he got here. He didn't drink the water. He didn't pee when he left. He just left, you know, in a car to his plane, wherever they went." But Joe Rogan was on his podcast the next day saying that he welcomes Kamala to come on the show. And he's like, I'm not going to grill her on policies or anything. Like, if you don't want me to talk about something, I want to talk about it. I want to get to know you as a person. Like, I just want to talk to you as a person. We don't talk about anything you don't want to talk to. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like she's going to go. Although there's still 7 days to go on there. And I think that would probably be the biggest podcast or the biggest interview that she could ever do to help her win.
1000%. If you want to pull up my screen right here, she did go on. What was his name again? Fucking Shannon Sharp's podcast called Club 𝗖𝗧𝗧. I listened to a little bit of it. I listened to like maybe the first like 20 to 30 minutes. It's only about an hour. I do want to. It publishes on, I think, on YouTube at 12, but you can get it on the Apple Podcast app, which I have. And thing about Shannon Sharp is that he's really like brown nosing in a kind of way. Like, Joe Rogan wasn't like worshiping Trump, like, oh my God, I can't believe you're here. Oh my God, these are your accolades. Like, that's how it was with Shannon Sharp. I wonder how she does in this interview, because Shannon Sharp has a pretty big platform. He interviewed Cat Williams and it got millions and millions of views. I think like a lot. Like,
how would you describe his audience?
I would describe his, I would say mostly black. I would say, so maybe that's a demographic they're definitely targeting. Maybe athletes, because they talk about a lot of sports stuff. Men for sure, lots of men, and they're really. And there was an interview with, there was a video of Kamala talking to some lady, but she expressed, I don't think she knew she was mic'd up.
I saw that. There's Gretchen Winters.
Yeah, she talked about how they need more men, and obviously the black vote has been kind of slipping from the Democratic Party. But I wonder how this goes. It could be big for her, it could be bad, because people like relatability. But what we noticed about Kamala Harris is that she doesn't do so well when it's not scripted.
Yeah, and shout out to Anna. We got AF in the chat. Good morning, boys from Pickles.
GM
good morning. Good morning.
Play all day.
Hopefully, hopefully Pickles is doing well. My son Anna came over for an ice bath this week. I don't think she got in though, but we'll say that she did. So
yeah,
you do have some news regarding that rally, right? Weren't they comparing his rally at Madison Square Garden in 2024, which had a Jewish man, a black man, and
what's Ramaswamy?
Oh, Hindu.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking at a rally. Like, there was a Jewish man speaking at his rally. Please tell me how they're comparing this to Hitler.
Yeah, if you want to pull up my screen here. So Elon Musk made this post last night. He says, it was full to the rafters, every seat in the house, and there were over 70,000 people just standing in support in the streets around Madison Square Garden. The movement is massive, and it is massive. You can feel it. You can feel like the spirit. It's massive. People are tired of what's been going on the last 4 years.
Look how many people are at Madison Square Garden.
Insane. And there's more people outside, right?
Holy shit.
So check this out. This is literally like obviously you could say the mainstream media is trying to spin this any way they can, because they're getting desperate, and like their October surprise is Trump's a Nazi. It's like, was he a Nazi in 2016 and 2020? Why is he going to be any different? Fucking absolutely insane.
He loves the Jews.
Look at the top stories.
Do you have to hate the Jews to be a Nazi?
I think that's rule number one.
He loves the Jews.
It's a prerequisite. And we'll get into that here in a second. Off-color jokes, vitriol take over Trump's Madison Square Garden rally. Obviously, people pretty much MAGA speakers unleash ugly rhetoric at Trump, and so this is pretty much like the narrative we're seeing in the mainstream media, right? And you see different more stories from the Hill. Waltz compares Trump's Madison Square Garden rally to 1939 pro-Nazi event. MSNBC slammed for comparing Trump's Madison Square Garden rally to 19 whatever. Waltz and they pretty much just saying it's a Nazi party, right?
What did Waltz say about it?
Same thing. He was streaming with AOC, playing games, saying it's comparable to like the Nazi rallies.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
they just have this rhetoric. Most Jews are voting for Trump. It's like, you can't. I guess you just say it, but I don't like that rhetoric, because the guy's had 3 assassination attempts on him already, and at the end of the day, it's like comparing him to Hitler is just going to cause for more violence.
And this, pull up the next story. This is perfect segue. End Wokeness is a funny page on X, says this is MSNBC giving its viewers the green light to kill Trump and his supporters. And I like this. I saw a quote. I saw a little thing here. Pretty much like, the Democratic Party is like, why are you so divided? Oh, here it is. Obama, why is the country so divided? MSNBC and Kamala. Trump is Hitler, right? And this guy named Frankie put this up. Never seen a Nazi rally with Jews, blacks, and Hindus as speakers, right? And this person made a good post. Konstantin Kissen says, I went to the rally to see for myself. The lines outside were full of Jews as well as every other demographic, chatting to each other like old friends. Inside, there were large Israeli flags prominently displayed by several groups of attendees. Several speakers proudly declared their and Trump's support for Israel. The pro-Israel lines got some of the biggest positive reactions of the night. The idea that this is a Nazi rally is disgusting lie, which disrespects the memory of the victims of actual Nazis. So it's interesting to see the media just kind of panicking.
It's kind of crazy that Hitler actually had a rally in New York.
Well, he didn't have a rally. They had a Nazi rally.
Oh, he wasn't there.
So in 1939, the war didn't really, it was kind of starting a little bit. I think that's when they invaded Poland in 39. but it didn't really, the U.S. didn't come into the war until 1941 after the attack on Pearl Harbor. And United States has always been a place where you can express your ideas, even though they started spying on people. Like communism was getting big, obviously. Nazi ideology was getting big too. But yeah, there was a rally there for people that were maybe Nazi sympathizers in the United States. Crazy.
But Hitler wasn't actually there, right?
No.
Hitler
Never,
okay.
No,
that's
no,
pretty
Hitler.
wild.
Yeah.
You never really know. Elizabeth Grace, great point here. She says Kamala's interview on Rogan would consist of 2 hours of uncomfortable, cackling laughter, 30 minutes of word salad about relating to the middle class, and 30 minutes of blaming Trump for the current administration's problems. You're not wrong. But I think Joe, I listen to Joe pretty much every night, and I don't think he would be combative at all, and I think he would just ask the fair questions. Rodney, we're 1 week away. 1 week away.
Crazy.
From the election.
Crazy.
How do you feel, man? Who do you think, if you had to guess today, who wins?
I think Trump maybe has like an 80%. The polls are always off a few percentage points. They've been pretty bad. They were bad in 2020. They're close, right? Bad in 2016. You always wonder who's getting polled. But what we're seeing now is that a lot of polls have them even. And if they're even, and especially in the popular vote, I don't think Kamala has a chance. I think that this may be a clear domination by Trump. A lot of Republicans are starting to vote early. I'm feeling good, and I think this is going to affect the cryptocurrency market. I'm feeling good, really good about Trump's chances. We see it in poly market, which I don't trust that much. But yeah, I'm feeling like Trump's going to dominate. What do you think?
I think as of now, I mean, if it ended, I just don't think the Democrats had the best ticket. Like when I look at Kamala and Tampon Tim, I don't really, they don't really express like strength to me.
No.
When I look at Trump and JD Vance, like those are two people that the rest of the world will fear.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of the stuff that she says is just trying to get votes. It's like it's not like what she actually believes and has preached for her whole life. You can be open to changing your opinions, but it's like I just think that there was too many odds stacked against the Democrats. It wasn't really a fair election. Like she didn't receive a single vote. She was just kind of put in.
Yeah.
You kind of see like that. Like who's running the president? Who is the president? Who's running the country? Like Joe Biden definitely is not. Kamala's not. Like
it's wacky.
Who's running it? So I think that all of this was put on display, and they talked about it. Elon, Tucker, Trump, Vivek. Like he just assembled a dream team. He did. The last, like I said at the beginning of the podcast, like whoever is running his campaign deserves a raise because he went on every single podcast. He was on Nelk Boy's vlogs.
Crazy.
Vlogs.
Yeah.
Like not podcasts. Like he went on that, but there was a vlog on Air Force One in which Trump was talking and just being a Chad, like backseat. So I think that even the Nelk Boys, although they made $27 million off their fans and released a shit NFT project, which it is allegedly. I don't want to say they scammed us allegedly.
We haven't forgotten.
I think that they've done a good job. They even released. They kind of started like a pack called Send the Vote, where you can register to vote, see if you're registered, see how to vote. And I think that the Nelk Boys and the internet has really changed the game. Because back in 2020 and 2016, yes, this stuff was big, but I don't even think in 2020 the Nelk Boys had a podcast. I don't think they did. I don't think that really Theo Von probably had a podcast or it wasn't big. And now you can tap into these different demographics. That's what it really is. Like our demographic is probably 25 to 45 males. We're kind of spread all over the world here. But it's like they're tapping into these different sectors, like Nelk Boys, young kids, Joe Rogan, 25 to 35-year-old males, entrepreneurs, don't have kids. Like you can tap into these different segments. You don't have to go on Fox News or go to a debate anymore. They did one debate. Trump was like, that's it. And some people even think he lost the debate.
Yeah.
And people were just like, he's like, I'm not doing another one. And he lost the debate potentially.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're starting to see the world change. And I think the mainstream media knows they're kind of dying. And I think right now it's kind of sad how they're going out because they're really starting to just push information that a lot of people are starting to like open their eyes. It takes some time. It takes some time for people to open their eyes. But they're running with these insane narratives, really trying to push their narrative. And so you got to be watching this and be like, are you fucking serious? Like, why is the mainstream media pushing these narratives? And what you're starting to see is that the politicians know this. Why do you think they're going on so many podcasts? Because they understand how the world is changing. Now, one of the big things I got from Joe Rogan's interview with Donald Trump, and then we were listening to it driving back, and this is one of my key takeaways, just like business guys, not politicians, but business guys running the country, and Elon Musk, right? And Donald Trump, they're business guys, right? Businessmen first. And how they're able to negotiate certain things with other countries and how other countries really respect power. And when I look at, Tampon Tim, Kamala Harris, I don't really see like that power, that like domination, that masculine energy exuding from them, which you need in order to negotiate with other people around the world. And that was big for me during that interview was the fact that, you got to think about it when they're behind closed doors and they're trying to get some things done for the United States and just try to give a little give a take when it comes to maybe trading or something like that. People really do respect power, masculine energy.
100%. This is actually pretty interesting. Let's play this clip here. I believe that Trump says that. Let's take a look first, and then we'll talk about it.
Donald Trump was on Joe Rogan, and he called you, Madam Vice President, a very low IQ person, and said, I think she needs to take a cognitive test. I think Kamala should have a test because there's something missing. There's something wrong with her. Donald Trump was on Joe Rogan.
One more time.
He called you, Madam Vice President, a very low IQ person, and said, I think she needs to take a cognitive test. I think Kamala should have a test because there's something missing. There's something wrong with her.
I can't lie. That answer right there is not the best. Just a smile, but I don't think there's anything cognitively wrong with her. I think she still has her wits about her. I think it's just very difficult. I've spoken on stage, a couple times. Obviously, not to the scale of her.
Yeah,
it's not easy. Like people see Trump do it, people see Elon do it, people see Tucker do it. It's not easy to get up in front of 60,000 people and deliver remarks. It is not easy, especially when you're reading off a teleprompter and the teleprompter goes down. Of course, you want a president that can segue, right?
Yeah,
like if I'm like, what was the one? She was like 32 days, and the teleprompter went out. She's like
32 days.
32 days.
Yeah.
Like, of course, you want her to say 32 days until we kick his ass, right?
Yeah.
But you got to understand that, like, I guess it's part of the job, though. If you want to be a president, you need to be incredible at speaking. It's part of the job. But I don't think there's anything cognitively wrong with her.
No.
For Joe Biden, I think, like,
for sure,
he definitely has some facilities and screws loose. I think he probably has dementia.
He's getting old,
but with Kamala, I think her brain is intact. There's no issues with her brain. She's still there. She's still smart. But I don't think that she has the best policies. I think that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, I think that what has happened with Kamala Harris, and she's kind of in a tough position. One, I think she may be in over her head. I just, it feels like that. But it's like when you say things for the last 4 years, when you're in charge of the country, she's in charge of the country for the last 4 years. And we have these new issues that are important to people. And these are issues that you were against a little, how do you flip-flop your positions and how do you try to please everyone? Because right now it seems like she's not sticking to any guns. She's trying to please everyone. And when they ask her about her old policies that she supported compared to the new ones that she's supporting now, it's like, it just seems like a lot of contradictions. It seems inauthentic, and it seems like she's just trying to please everyone. And it doesn't seem like she has like an original idea. It just seems like she's in over her head. And she doesn't know what to say. And I honestly think that if she loses this election, I think it'll be a big relief for her. Like, that's what I honestly think. I think
she's over it, dude. I would be over it.
Yeah.
I mean, campaigning, like 150 million people, whoever you are, right? If you're Trump or Kamala, 150 million people love you. 150 million people hate you. Like the pressure.
Yeah.
Dude, it would suck. It would suck. Trump loves it. He loves the attention. But Kamala, I mean, you can definitely see it in her eyes. Like she looks a little bit worn out, which I don't blame her. I think it's like it's a crazy job to have. But at the end of the day, it's like we're 7 days away, man. Chat, let us know in the comments right now, chat. We are in the comments. Let us know who you think will win the presidential election in 7 days. We're only 7 days away, which is wild.
Yeah, and if you guys could real quick share the stream. We're killing these numbers. Share the stream, like the stream, and comment down below which meme coin community you're representing. We're going to hop back into crypto here soon in a second, but this affects the entire cryptocurrency market. It's really important to talk about. But yeah, man, it's the time's ticking down. I'm interested to see how it goes, and maybe this will be one of those elections that really, really changes the trajectory of where we've been going the last like 8 years or 6.
Absolutely.
Or,
absolutely. We can hop back into crypto with this because we talked about it. So Sundog is at a $143 million market cap. Bull, which is the number 2 meme coin on the Tron chain, $76 million market cap. I'm not a technical analysis expert. I don't pretend to be, but what I do know is that this looks like a very, very healthy chart. I mean, it's been consolidating here pretty much since September 5th. So over a month and a half. We're on October 28th. I mean, if the Tron chain starts to heat up, you can expect to see Bull move as well. But $76 million market cap, close to 13,000 holders. Tron Bull, the mascot of the Tron DAO, still holding very strong today.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like the competitions, it's not as crazy as it is on Tron, compared to everywhere else, like Solana and Ethereum. And the door is definitely wide open for another meme coin to come take the top spot. And obviously, Bull, it's in our algorithm. It's in a lot of people's algorithm. And, it has the opportunity to do some big things and maybe beat out Sundog. I mean, obviously, Sundog's pulling back a little bit. I mean, we see meme coins close that gap quick, So I wouldn't be surprised if Bull starts, beating out the competition and becoming a top 10 meme coin. Wouldn't be surprised at all.
Absolutely. We have a donation here from Marcel Stinks. I think we have a dad bod joke. Your dad bod joke of the
There we
day,
go.
sponsored by Dad Bod. I think they're launching soon. What is the leading cause of dry skin? Towels.
I don't get it.
Coach?
You get it?
Towels. Yeah. Dry off your skin.
Yeah, but where's the dad bod joke?
Yeah, what's that about joke? Yeah.
Marcel? Marcel,
We're
that's
confused.
Towels.
Boo.
You get it? Towels?
I don't get it.
You guys usually get it first. Towels?
I don't get it. Yeah. No.
What is the cause?
Womp womp.
What is the leading cause of dry skin? Towels.
A dad.
Oh, because you dry your skin. Leading cause of dry skin. So it causes you to dry your skin.
Okay.
Because that's so stupid. That's so
I give that one.
Dad bod joke
I
joke
get it.
doesn't always have to be like a pun or.
No,
like,
it is a pun. Get
no,
it?
Not always.
Because
no.
you would say not putting lotion on is the leading cause of dry skin. Like maybe it's cold air, but no, towels cause you dry your skin with towels.
Yeah, but towels isn't a pun.
It is. Yeah, towels. I get it. It took me a while, but I get it. Get it. You got to sit with the bars for a second. I get it though. I get it. I'm putting up what you're picking down, baby. But yeah, I know. Get it? The leading cause of dry skin.
I like it. I like it. Let's get back here. I mean, I didn't get it, but
Moving on.
yeah, we're gonna thank you for the donation though.
Thank you. Azalea, Iggy.
Iggy says
Who dat?
it's easy to scam people or steal and gain. I think it's a lot harder to lift everyone up in success or to help to direct a group of people down a path that can lead to something great. That takes others having belief in you, and I'm working on that. Let's see where her meme coin's at today.
Yeah.
Mother, where are you, Mother?
It's
at a $64 million market
still not
cap
bad. That's a lot.
today. It's still good. It's still holding strong. Still probably higher than Andrew Tate's scam daddy, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah.
But how do we feel about Mother? You think that she
Yeah.
does she have the sauce to take them where they need to go, the promised land?
I'm interested to see how this the celebrity meta pans out. I think that the whole CoffeeZilla Andrew Tate little arc we're going through kind of just puts a highlight on like what's going on. I think Andrew Tate may be a little more inauthentic. He's just trying to make some money. Like he was talking shit about cryptocurrency and cryptocurrency bros a year ago, but now that meme coins are hot, he's like, hey, might as well get with the fucking times.
You know what else is hot? Mother's pretty hot.
Jake loves Iggy.
She's hot.
Hates BBLs, hates all plastic.
Does she have a
Iggy's hot.
BBL?
Oh yeah,
Really?
it's got to be. Come on.
She's definitely hot though.
Yeah, she's attractive. For sure.
She's a dime.
For sure.
I don't know why she beefed at me.
You listen to her music?
No, I never listen to music.
Why?
I don't know. It's never really popped up in my algorithm.
You don't like it?
I'm more of a Larry June, Russ, Drake type of guy.
Yeah.
Big X the plug. Is it good? Is her music popping?
Absolutely fucking not. No.
I don't know why. Like I commented like something positive on her post one time, and in the Mother Telegram, they're like, "Oh, we've seen Jake before. He's just engagement farming." I'm like, "I'm not engagement farming."
Hey, you right. Yeah, we are.
I'm not engagement farming.
I am.
It's like I literally like I'm saying a nice thing about your project. I don't
Yeah.
need your engagement, Mother.
True.
You know?
No. Yeah.
Like, I don't need your engagement, but I say nice things about her project. I like her project. I hold her project. I've held it for a long time.
Yeah.
But for some reason, the Telegram wants whoever runs her Twitter, the intern wants to be like some arc. He
Definitely
wants
not
to,
her. Yeah.
yeah, he wants to be like this antagonist. Like,
Well, it's engagement for them. You have a huge platform. It's engagement for them too.
I
Talk
know,
little
but-
shit. You know what I mean?
I only say I just called her hot. She's hot.
Yeah,
She's hot.
Yeah.
Is she single?
Probably
Probably not.
not. Maybe I don't know.
Probably
I think
not.
she was dating a basketball player at one point. I don't remember.
I think she has a baby by Wiz Khalifa.
Really?
Yeah,
Is that her?
Yeah.
No way.
Yep.
Wiz Khalifa?
that's her baby daddy.
Where's Wiz Khalifa?
He's at the UFC fights. He's
Yeah?
sober. He's boxing.
Dude, he was huge back in the day. Wiz Khalifa.
I know he had some bangers, but
We have a little bit more news. You want to get into that? Real
Let's get into
quick?
it, yeah.
Some boring news. This is pretty interesting. So just in, Hong Kong says they will issue more crypto exchange licenses by the end of 2024. Hong Kong to boost crypto industry with new licenses and tax perks. And pretty much the gist of the story is that, China, obviously Hong Kong is now part of mainland China again. They had that huge beef not too long ago, a couple years ago. One of the big FUD pieces of news in 2021 that actually dumped the market, or part of it, was the fact that China's going to ban cryptocurrency and mining. I remember Russia, you can't, mine Bitcoin, but it's interesting to see a lot of these other countries that maybe were anti-crypto before are starting to move in the direction of being pro-crypto. So another step in the right direction for China. Interesting, right? So it's good to have, arguably the second most powerful nation in the world move towards cryptocurrency adoption and cryptocurrency exchange licenses and stuff like that.
absolutely. Joe Prodigy says Wiz Khalifa got arrested somewhere in Europe for smoking on stage. If you didn't know,
I remember that. Yeah.
Wiz
they did.
Khalifa. That's not good. We do have the Chan community in here strong. It took me a while to find your guys' chart, but this is it. It looks like Chan, the Jim Chan frog, $148,000 market cap, a little bit lower than I usually show, $3,000 in volume, but you guys are in here, so I want to give you guys a little shout out. What in the daylight savings time is going on? I'm late. What time do we have daylight savings?
No.
No,
Fall back soon. Yeah, next week.
next week.
Yeah, next week. Yeah, fall back. I think isn't it on Halloween night?
It's usually on a Sunday. So if that's
Something like that.
Halloween's coming up, I think it's usually on a Sunday or Tuesday. It's usually in the calendar. I think I'll be in Japan when it happens, so I'll be 13 hours ahead anyways. Did you know that Doge founder and Shibli dev followed Kendu dev Mazaki right after his doxing? Some link him to Ryoshi. By the way, Rodney, did you receive your Kendu energy drink LinkedIn?
I did not. You guys sending me some energy drinks? I'll drink them. I'll drink them for sure. I'll for sure drink them. No, I did not, but I did see that 𝗖𝗧𝗧 does follow Kendu. I did figure that out a little while ago. I don't know if they're linked. I mean, to be like, we were working with a project that not pretended, but said that Ryoshi was going to post and Ryoshi starting a project. I'll believe it when I see it. It's one of those things where people say that as a marketing tactic. I'll believe it when I see it. I do love the Kendu army though. You guys are legit, but I'll believe it when I see it for sure.
Yep, we shall see. Robinhood launches presidential election betting. This is interesting.
Oh, jeez.
Introducing the presidential election market, Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump. Robinhood will begin rolling out presidential election event contracts on October 28th through Robinhood derivatives. So is that similar to what Polymarket's doing?
Yeah, it's interesting. That's funny that first of all, it's kind of late in the game, but it's interesting. They'll have about a week to use that feature of the app. But it's interesting to see Robinhood jumping up. Yeah, they'll probably see all the money Polymarket's probably making. They're going to make maybe, and they probably want to get some of that money.
Interesting. It says that launching to select users today, these high-risk derivatives add a new edge to trading by speculating on specific events without owning the underlying assets. So it's like futures platforms, futures betting. It sounds like a lot of people are going to lose a lot of money, and Robinhood's going to bring in a lot of betting. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, Robinhood wilding out. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that they would launch something like that. I bet that took a lot of legal loopholes to jump through.
Yeah,
but they probably see how well Polymarket's doing, and they probably want to get some of that.
Yeah, and Polymarket. I mean, God, Polymarket has Trump up by 65% to 34%.
Yeah,
7 days to go. We shall see. We shall see if Polymarket is going to be accurate this year, but yeah. I don't think that Polymarket is the most accurate, if I had to say so.
Well,
but these are the big states right here. We have Wisconsin, huge state, Michigan, Pennsylvania is red right now. Pennsylvania is a huge swing state. Georgia, massive swing state. North Carolina, massive swing state. Obviously, Nevada and Arizona. And it looks like every swing state right now, Rodney, is favoring Donald Trump.
That'd be. I mean, we saw the polls that they're pretty much tied when it comes to popular vote. That's what a lot of polls are saying. And historically, what we've seen with Biden and Clinton, they favored Harris. Or they favored the Democratic Party a little more in the polls, even though Trump won in 2016. So if that's like the same trend, I mean, we could see Donald Trump dominate. I mean, we'll see, right? It's going to be interesting, but we could see him dominate.
It's only 7 days. How crazy, man!
Crazy.
What crazy shit's going to happen in the next 7 days?
They already had their October surprise, I think, which is like a big bombshell to like try to get people to stop, to maybe sway their vote. But I think they released their bombshell a little earlier, which was Trump's a Nazi. The fuck, Trump's a Nazi. Because early voting starting to come in heavily toward right. We see a lot of registered Republicans voting early. Yeah, I don't know. There'd have to be something, and I mean major, for anyone's view to get especially if you're already deciding who you're going to vote for. It would take something crazy for you not to vote for the other person. Like some crazy heinous crime or something like that. Maybe.
Yeah,
I think people are decided.
We're 1 week away, man.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's crunch time. I ordered a bunch of Trump merch. Hopefully it comes in before I take off. Hopefully it comes in today, tomorrow.
Yeah.
But really cool merch. I ordered the dark MAGA, the one that Elon's been wearing.
Yeah.
Pretty sick. It's the #1 best-selling hat on the markets. But yeah, that's coming up in 7 days. We have the World Series tonight, right?
Yeah.
Game 3. Dodgers up 2-0.
Let's go.
Is it in New York or are they still in LA?
Yeah, they're back to New York now. Yeah. So
home field advantage is massive, bro. Like when you're playing in front of 50 or 60,000 of your fans and they're screaming when you score, and you're in your clubhouse, you get to sleep at your house. It's like it is a huge advantage. So I'm not going to be surprised if New York takes a couple. You said Dodgers in 5, right?
I said Dodgers in 6.
6?
Yeah.
Okay.
And look, I like the Padres, but I want to root for someone on the West Coast. And yeah, man, what a crazy. And I think Shohei I think he's okay.
The Stars haven't done shit. It's like they literally are just like Aaron Judge,
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani,
okay.
biggest World Series in the world. Who's doing okay?
Shohei hit a home run, I think, and then he hit some.
I don't know if he hit a home run.
Get some RBIs for sure.
Did he hit a home run? I don't think so in the World Series.
Maybe last series.
Yeah, last series, but he's doing okay. But it's like you got guys like Tommy Edman stepping up, Kike Hernandez,
Yeah.
people that you don't really expect to be the star of the World Series are stepping up, and it all comes down to pitching. But yeah, Juan Soto he's a beast. He's only 26. Kid's only 26. Absolutely doing it. Friday says, who is your favorite KOL? Good question, Roddy. Who do you got? Who's your favorite KOL right now?
Jake's my favorite KOL.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Sure.
I would say favorite KOL.
I would say like in the space right now, who it's funny, Sweep. That motherfucker is always on, and I think it's actually him. Sweep. I think Sweep. So
Sweep's funny.
Sweep's funny.
There's a lot of good ones. Who's my favorite? Altcoin Daily. Just good guys. You know, you know you're getting just like transparent, good news, unbiased. They've been doing it for like 7 years strong, dude, which is wild.
Dude, Altcoin Dailies, and I met him in person a couple of times. Just good dudes. Very good dudes. Yeah.
So guys, let us know in the chat, guys. Who are your favorite KOLs? Let us know in the chat. We just hit 4,000 people live on X, which is incredible. Shout out to everybody that tuned in.
Repost. We 69 yet?
Are we at 69
we are
reposts?
not at
We better get some reposts.
Yeah, send it. And we still have like a good 5 minutes.
What are we at, guys? How many reposts we got? Pull up my screen.
Yeah, thanks a lot for the viewership, guys. The stream's been pumping. Let's go.
54. I'll give it a little retweet, little boost.
Let's get that shit
124.
69.
Get up to 69, boys. Can we get up to 69 retweets, guys? We're at 55. I think we can. I 100% think that we can today. Ronnie, you know what's funny is like we have 7,000 people who have seen the post, 4,000 people that have clicked in. We've seen some other people have like 5,000 people that have seen the post, 600,000 people watching live. Doesn't make sense.
Whose numbers are we talking about here?
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
But people just bought. I mean, dude, it's funny. We got Jake, Rodney. People just bought their shit. I mean, I see it with girls all the time now. Like girls,
it's huge.
They have hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram. It's like you post something sexy, which guys like, and you have one comment, and it's your boyfriend.
Yeah, it's not legit. Yeah, people don't know that because they're not in the game like us. They'll see them like, oh my god, huge following. We were talking about last night how we have a friend. We went somewhere and he would literally lead with that, like, I have this many Instagram followers, and he bought them. You know, it's just weird. It's a weird flex. I think that Instagram's like a big dating platform these days.
Yeah, I don't really care about followers. You know, I've never once been like, oh my god, I have so many followers. It's cool. It's cool to have an army of people that support you, but at the end of the day, it's like the follower loop is an endless loop. You know, like let's say you get to 1 million followers. Guess what? Now there's people that have 2, 3, 4, 5 million. Yeah. Like if you get to 100,000, what you're about to hit, 100,000 was like the biggest. Once you hit 100K, you're like, let's go.
I'm so close. I need 6.5 more thousand people to get 100,000.
Guys, if you don't follow Rodney yet, make sure to go give him a follow here on X. Pulls up, coach. 93.4 thousand followers.
I'm grinding, baby.
That boy looking good here.
People say, yeah, hell yeah. People say that. I remember I got the accusation that, Rodney bought his account. I'd be the worst botted account ever. Like I've literally grinded. I've never had like that massive influx of followers that some people get when they post something sick. You know, like, or they become famous. They get like a bunch of followers like in a short amount of time. I'd never had that inflow. I just grinded for every follower, which, hey man, not saying there's a problem with that. I just never posted a banger post. I got a lot of people to follow me. But yeah, I've grinded for every single follower, man. And
what I found is you got to find like communities. That's how I grew the biggest. Like
meme coins, yeah.
You know, I found a community early. I
yeah.
bull posted it for like a year, and I grew from probably like 15,000 followers to over 100,000.
I remember that.
And same thing on YouTube, like 10,000 followers on YouTube to 50, 60,000. So it's all about just like finding a gem. Now's the time to do it. If you find one token early, like if you found Mog at 20,000 and you bull post, that's what we're seeing with Murad. Murad literally had like 100,000 followers 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And now he's just like, he's got 300, probably close to 400,000 now because he's making people money. People will follow you if you're making the money.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I grinded for every follower. I do appreciate my community. I think I have the best community. Let's go. Yeah, Jayhawk says, I remember when a fake Rodney account had more followers. So you know how they make fake
way.
Yeah, they make fake accounts. I think I had like 5,000 followers at the time. This motherfucker had like 15K followers and made a fake account. That's so disrespectful.
That's crazy. So Jayhawk's been with you from the start.
From the
jump.
From the very
There's
jump,
been people in this stream right
Kayla,
here.
Edgar,
yeah,
Javi, everybody, Rob, 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗧, even though he's been talking shit lately because X-Pain doing shit. But yeah, I mean, appreciate you guys for sure.
Yeah, a lot of good chads. We need to meet up with all these chads in person. Have you met Jayhawk in person?
Not yet, but we're going to. Edgar actually lives in Florida, so we need to hang out.
Edgar, where you live with those thighs? I can't bring him around my chick though.
I know.
He's gonna steal my girl.
I'll leave you, girl. And we like the same women, so Edgar and I might be fighting.
You like white,
gingers.
pasty,
gingers,
a little
bit of freckles.
Is pasty a compliment or an insult?
I love it.
You love it.
Compliment to me.
You love.
I told Jake, if you're a ginger, you get 3 points off the rip.
Yep.
You can be ugly. 3. She's a 3 at least.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even really have a type. I don't have a type. I like them all.
What? You got a type.
What is it?
Nice, in shape, tight, like hot. bourgeois girls.
Yeah. I mean, that's normal though, right? Don't we all like that?
Yeah, but I mean, that's your type.
That's true.
Yeah,
But I'm talking about for like hair color. Like if she's
Oh, haircut,
blonde,
yeah. No,
I won't judge. If she's brunette, I won't judge. And even like an ethnicity, I don't really have like a type. I mean, I like foreign, you know? If it ain't foreign.
He's boring.
And that's how we wrap up the show today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to the stream. We will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Put some W's in the chat. W in the chat. W in the chat. W in the chat. Let's see those W's.
Get the W's up.
W's in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Crypto looking strong. One last time, we'll go through it. $68,000, $432 Bitcoin, 68K. ETH down. BNB to 590, Solana down, but the meme coins have taken the biggest hit actually.
Yeah, meme coin.
And I hope to see MOG go to a $500 million market cap with all love and respect because, Rodney, I wish to buy more. So MOG is currently at 657. Keep going down for me so I can load my bags. And that's it. Thanks, guys. You guys are great. W chat, W. We got W's in the chat. We're going to end our shows with W's every single show. And we're going to begin our shows with GMs because we say GM. And today is my 246th straight day of saying GM to my community.
Let's
I haven't missed
go.
a day. Haven't missed a day.
Because you're a legend. Yeah.
Love you guys. We
All right,
appreciate
guys.
it. And we'll see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Bye-bye
Until
now.
then, have a good
Bye-bye
day.
now.
Peace.